Hmm. Happy Sunday, everybody, from the Great White North. Cheers, cheers and beers, and all the good people out there. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I can barely remember what happened yesterday. I was up early. Couple shout outs. Frogzilla, Lolly, Mythical Rider is now Lolly is now Mythical Rider. Frog and Lolly are a couple that pop in every once in a while. I love their content. They're really good people. They're doing something a little bit different out there. Who else? Dave down in Australia there. OC in Thailand. Trying to remember Thailand or Philippines. I'm sorry I haven't gave you a shout out, like talk to you in a bit, man. But I don't know. I've been doing a lot of stuff on the res and I don't know, trying to get emails out and stuff. Like there's the regulars I email like quite regularly, like Tolga. Tolga, if you guys don't know who Tolga is, you're out of the loop. Seriously, you're definitely out of the loop. Oh, what's going on here? Hmm. Huh. That was a little weird. Hmm. But yeah, probably a little too early for Tolga to be here right now. But who else? Sterling Wheel, another great content creator, YouTuber, lives down in Nevada. There's Buck Brown down in Florida. He lost his house in the hurricane. Pretty much lost everything except for his motorcycles. And then he had the courage to, not thinking of himself, he donated 3 motorcycles to a charity. Forgotten Angels, which my hat is off to you again, man. That was freaking awesome. Wheel Burner Express, been with you for a long time here, man. Really always have good chats with you. It's awesome. So yeah, let's get this church rolling. I don't know. This weekend was an interesting weekend. We had Zelensky at the White House. Well, not we, but you Yankees down south there had Mr. Zelensky, President Zelensky, come into the White House and sit down with Trump in the Oval Office there. And you know what? It was nice to see that they C-spanned that, so we could all really get to see the true colors of what's happening. And I don't know what is happening right now, but I got a little bit of a glitch here. I don't know why the wife didn't take my wallet today. Oh, but quite a weekend. Um, it was almost shameful what happened at the White House the other day. Um, almost as shameful as our Prime Minister Justin Dildo there going down to Mar-a-Lago to have a private meeting with Trump before he was actually inaugurated back into office. This is by far one of the most interesting politics that have been happening now, like that I have ever seen. To elect a president again after he had a term out, which is interesting. But it's funny how the blame game gets pointed around. You always blame the old guy. You know, you always blame the old leadership. Everyone just points the finger. Like here in Canada, it's the NDP pointing the finger at the Liberals pointing the finger at the PCs. Like, like we're in a $62 billion deficit in Canada. $62 billion. And who was responsible for finance here in Canada? Christina Freeland. Christina Freak Freeland. Because she is a freak. Because that little head in the background. Always, every time you see her in Parliament, Trudeau says something. She's, yeah, he's right. He's right. He's right. Oh, he's right. He's right. No, good. And this is the person you want to elect into the Liberal government as your leader. She was in control of the budget. Whether Prime Minister told her to do whatever, anyways, she still did it. And you want to elect this crazy clown? Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And Rob Ford in Ontario there, he did a snap election so he could ensure his seat was safe, which is dirty politics. It's just all dirty politics. Like, people say like, why wouldn't you run for office or anything? Because I speak my mind too much, and I don't have enough skeletons in my closet to become a politician. Being a politician is seeing how many skeletons you can hide in your closet and get away with it and not let anybody know about it. Like, look at Trump, the Epstein files, stuff like that. This is how you get into leadership. You see how many skeletons you can hide in your closet and get away with it. I almost guarantee Trump has quite a few skeletons in his closet right now. Epstein files, all this other stuff. We're still dealing with this Peter Nygard, the Canadian Epstein. From Winnipeg, actually, he's from Deloraine, Manitoba. About hour two, Deloraine from here. It's about 2.5 hours. Oh, sorry, that direction for me. That's where he was born and raised. He wasn't born there. He was raised there. He started a multi-billion-dollar company. Before his arrest, he was worth $900 million. Then all these leaks came out about him and how he was well, look at the guy. Like, seriously, look at Peter Nygard. Don't tell me looking at him for the first time. Like, there's so many times I've met people and I'd be like, something seriously wrong with this person. Something seriously wrong. Like, yeah, I got goosebumps just thinking about him. Just for like, and you can't tell me that guy doesn't look like a creep. Like, really? You guys remember the Trump thing? Was it you can grab him right by the vagina, and you can do that because you're president, and you can get away with stuff like that. Wow. Okay. But these Epstein files, Peter Nygard, there's so much stuff coming out. Like P. Diddy, like they keep talking about P. Diddy. You know what? You should be probably talking about your oh, deadly. Oops. Oh, I fucked that up. There we go. What's up, bud?
I can't call it. What's you up to?
No, just morning church.
Yep. About it here. Shit. Oh, no shit. Dumbass. Hold on.
That Zelensky thing was hard. I rewatched it this morning. That was rough. They totally ganged up on him in the Oval Office. They totally ganged up on him.
They should have.
Like, okay, me as a Canadian, I'm tired of sending our money overseas where we could be utilizing it here. Like, we could be fixing the homeless problem. We could be helping our veterans more instead of like retracting like stuff from there. Hey, 2-4. What's up, Maritimer? But that money could be utilized in so many other ways in our own country to better ourselves as a country, let alone helping some other country that's at war, sending billions of dollars overseas.
Yeah. All right, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I have not supported Zelensky day one. So
There's a lot of Ukraine. My wife is Ukrainian, so I have to give some little bit of support towards that. But she doesn't believe that we should be sending money over like that either. There's so many other problems that we could be solving here in Canada and the US instead of sending that money somewhere.
Well, the way I see it is that I think it was about time the little prick got put in his place, to be honest with you. Everybody else has been running around kissing his ass for the last 4 years.
He was a comedian before he was president.
Yeah, he played the piano with his dick, cross-dressed as women. Yeah, I know. And he thinks
that's what Trump does in his spare time.
Yeah. Huh?
That's what Trump does in his spare time.
But okay.
Oh. And there's so much stuff retracted from the Epstein files still.
No, that's the stupid part. That's what I was bitching about on Thursday. That's what my whole show was about on Thursday.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I was like, fuck, that's bullshit, man.
And then this JFK stuff. Oh, that's interesting too.
Yeah.
What other files has he released right now? He did JFK, Epstein.
He hasn't released Epstein. Those files aren't released.
Well, they aren't released.
There wasn't anything in that book that we didn't already know. No.
Yeah, it was already news.
It was already known shit. And he hasn't released the JFK, the MLK, or the RFK. I think the government killed RFK. Well, actually, I think Lyndon Johnson had RFK killed and he had LBJ killed. I mean, John and Robert Kennedy. I think that Johnson had him killed, and I think that the FBI had Martin Luther King killed, which is good for me. I don't care about him either. But see, this is where I'm real weird. I personally don't care who killed Kennedy because I didn't care for Kennedy or his brother, and I don't care who killed Martin Luther King because I don't care about Martin Luther King.
Look how Kennedy got into office. He literally lied to all these guys saying hey, I'm going to look after you guys if you get me the vote. And then what happens when he gets into office? He totally stonewalled them and threw them all under the bus. And then his little brother had to go and, make things worse.
Yeah, well, his little brother is a bitch too.
Yeah.
And I don't like RFK Jr. or whatever his fucking name is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Shit. I don't like him either. I don't like any of these legacy politicians, man. I think that's the only reason I really like Trump and Vance is they don't come from a family of politicians.
Yeah, they think outside of the box. I totally understand that. I respect that in so many ways.
I'm not in that cult Trump thing that everybody else seems to be. I don't have any sort of hero worship for the guy, but I also don't. I just don't give a shit about. I don't like legacy politicians. That's why I didn't like Bush. And
imagine if Kamala Harris got into place. Oh man, that would have been bad.
Hey, 24, how you doing, man? I don't know, man. I just don't.
You know the history about Kamala Harris and how she got into political power?
Yeah, on her knees.
Yeah, on her knees. Blowing really powerful people.
Willie Brown, mostly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Willie Brown in San Francisco was the mayor. That's how she got her big play up.
See, that's how you become a politician. It's how you hide the skeletons in your closet.
Well, hers weren't hidden very well. Because Willie Brown's wife came out and started talking about it heavy real quick.
Bringing some common sense back. Here's Buck Brown down here now. He's from Florida too. He lost his house in that hurricane.
Which one?
And then he went and donated 3 motorcycles to Forgotten Angels. Like literally the next week. His house is in shambles. There's a tree lying on the roof of his house, and he still donated 3 of his motorcycles for charity.
Where in the fuck is that bucket? Oh, okay. Okay,
you see, talked to Wheelburner lately?
I thought this was the bucket. A bucket. Do what now? Have I done what?
Oh, I was talking to Buck Brown there.
Oh,
he's in the chat. I just wanted to see if he had talked to Wheelburner Express at all, Brian.
Yeah, I don't really know any of your people.
It's funny. Wheelburner Express. He was doing ice road trucking, so he came to Manitoba here from Ontario, and I knew where he was stationed out of, and I drove 2.5 hours to go meet him with the wife. He didn't know I was coming. And
oh man!
I found him in like 15 minutes.
Damn.
And when I walked into this bar and he seen my face, he seen the wife first and kind of started talking to her. And then he sees me. He lost it. He was like, "You guys are crazy. I can't believe you found where I am." Well, Manitoba, it's my place. I know all these towns. I know all these places. Like if you're going to eat right now, if there's only one place to eat at this town where he was, and I just walked in there.
Are you using StreamYard? Yeah, you have to be.
Yep. Yeah, I can see all the comments and stuff now.
Oh, that makes it easier, doesn't it? If there's anything I hate, it's Google, YouTube. I'm trying to find. I got so many things open here. I'm trying to find out where I'm at. There I'm at. There I am. There I am.
Yeah,
man.
To Brian on Thursday night for a bit, seeing how he was. I've been emailing him stuff back and forth too, but
I'm in the lovely Lake Placid is where I'm at, Buck Brown.
Yeah, that's not too far from you, Buck. I think, what are you in Fort Lauderdale, I believe? How far is that from Lake Placid?
I don't remember that. I don't know. I don't remember the hurricane. I don't remember hurricane hitting Fort Lauderdale, but there's so many I don't pay attention to.
Maybe it wasn't Fort Lauderdale. He'll pop something up here. This guy is hilarious. Just the stuff that comes out of his mouth is just absolutely phenomenal.
Well, I just got up from a nap, so I'm a little
groggy.
Yeah.
When we got off yesterday, well, what was that, by the afternoon? Oh, yeah. Man. I went to the city, grabbed my smokes, and then, I had a big nap. I didn't wake up till like 8 o'clock.
I'm sure, because you were pretty wasted.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When you wake up at 8 o'clock and you can't tell if it's morning 8 o'clock or morning or evening 8 o'clock. Really messes up your head.
Yeah. Hopefully the time gets back to normal soon.
Yeah, they were talking about getting rid of this daylight savings time. I think Saskatchewan and BC are the only 2 provinces or territories that don't do daylight savings.
No, I think we have 1 state, maybe 2, that doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense. You're just messing with people's minds.
Yeah. Another failed Democrat idea. Let's see.
Did you know it was a Canadian that created time zones?
No.
He was an engineer. He worked on the rail line, And he couldn't understand why from one town to another town there'd be like a 5-10 minute difference. So he decided to standardize time.
Wow, I did not know that about South Korea. I didn't know that about South Korea. Why is that funny?
Yeah, let's promote. Yeah, sorry, South Korea.
What's wrong with South Korea?
Sorry.
South Korea is not that bad. I got friends that live there.
That's why Spam is so expensive here, like in Canada and the United States now, because that all goes to South Korea. They love that shit up there.
They do in Hawaii too.
Yeah, because the Americans brought it over.
I can't. Well, it's just because sometimes it's about back in the day. It was about the only meat you could get in Hawaii. But there's plenty of dogs. There's plenty of dogs for them to eat over in Korea. Fatten the dogs up.
Plenty of dogs here on the Reds that I could sell to some Chinese restaurants.
Tim's wife used to work for the Seminole Reservation here.
What kind of blood is it? Well, like Mohawk, Ojibwe.
I said Seminole. Damn it.
Seminole?
Yeah. That's our big. We've got Miccosukee and Seminoles here are big. Our two big tribes.
I think there's a few Seminoles here, but I think they're more to the East Coast than they are.
It's a Florida tribe, all I know. The Seminole Indians were the only Indians that did never sign a peace treaty with the government to this day.
Yeah.
Chief Osceola said, "No, go fuck yourself."
For a couple bags of rice, yeah, go screw yourself.
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure if they're hungry, they'll still eat a dog and a cat, though. I've seen that street food, Buck Brown. I don't trust none of that street food that they cook over there.
You ever heard of a beef tongue taco?
No, but I've had beef tongue. I grew up on a cattle ranch, so we've had beef everything except for asshole. Probably had that.
So you gotta like rip the skin off, eh? You gotta like kind of boil it and then peel the outside layer of the skin off.
Uh-huh.
That's like easier to boil meat. Like there's no fat or anything in it.
Yeah, Tony likes it. My wife likes it.
We used to ship up beef tongue up north. My dad used to have a what do you call it? My dad was a retailer for like meat and stuff, but all he did is make phone calls and you never actually see the meat. It gets shipped all over the place. And up north, like Churchill and some of these Indian reserves up there, they love that beef tongue. They love it. They can't get enough of it.
Well, anyway, Tim's wife works at the one of the reservations down here, and she said that the Indians here loved the love Spam too. So maybe it's an Asian thing, because you know how I feel about Indians. I think they're all Asians anyway.
They got so many different types of Spam now. There's like jalapeno, there's teriyaki.
Yeah, during hurricane season, we'll buy 2 tubes of it and 2 cans of it, and usually the dog gets it. Me and her, neither one are big on it. Too greasy.
It is greasy, yeah. I used to take it and put it in a cheese grater with like mayo and relish and like shallots, and then mix it up so it's like cheese grated, and then you make Spam sandwiches that way. Yeah. Instead of having that thick piece of greasy meat, it makes it feel a little less greasy.
I would like that probably because I like chicken salad, ham salad, turkey salad. I like all those salads.
Yeah, as long as it's like made properly, I'll eat that stuff all day. I prefer to bring that stuff to work.
Last 24 hours, I've been knocking out the pot pie. I like pot pies.
Meat pies were actually invented in Canada. It's a Canadian staple.
I don't know. This is just a chicken pot pie. I don't know where it came from.
Well, meat pies specifically are definitely Canadian. It's a Canadian staple for sure. It's kind of like dissipated over time. Like kids nowadays, they won't eat a meat pie.
No. When
was the last time you ate McDonald's?
Me?
Yeah.
I want to say Monday. Monday, probably. Yeah, because I was doing something. I was working out here in the yard.
You wanted something quick.
It was the day me and Tim did all the yard work on our yards, but I called, my wife was in town, and I called her and said, "Hey, bring back something like 2 burgers." And it was the worst hamburgers I've ever had. Hello, Chasing Ghosts.
Hey, what's up, Cara? How's everything with you?
But yeah, I was
right the other day. Yeah. So, how much did that McDonald's cost you now? Because McDonald's right now, if me and the wife go to McDonald's, you might as well go to a diner and get better quality food for the same price. It's like,
it's about that way here. It's about that way here. But the fries were horrible. My dog wouldn't even eat the fries, and the hamburgers were really dry. I've never had McDonald's hamburgers like that before.
We leave leftover hamburgers and fries out in the field, and the coyotes won't even touch it. Figure that out, eh? Wild animals won't even touch it. The crows won't even touch it.
Well, I left as a joke, or not as a joke, as an experiment. I left a whole McDonald's breakfast as is out on my back porch, and nothing ate it for almost a week and a half. And I'd come and put my webcam on it for about an hour every day. Even the ants wouldn't get on it. It would show ants all over the place. People swore that I painted it with bug spray or something. I'm like, no, because I would have left it out there for my dog.
Oh, that's insane. Yeah.
I don't think any food makes me sick.
McDonald's, okay, Wendy's is the only one that doesn't make me sick.
I like Wendy's.
Burger King, I don't even get out the door, and it's like, just wait, I'll be right back.
I like burger. I'm not a McDonald's fan. I only like their little hamburgers because they use dehydrated onions down here.
Oh yeah, but the Recons.
They just were not. Everything was just really bad. Nothing was tasty.
Yeah.
And that's weird because when I'm hungry, just about anything's tasty. But I didn't even finish the fries, and I was starving my ass to death.
Oh, I kind of have the same problem. I'm so hungry, and it doesn't matter what you put in front of me. As soon as I start eating it, it's like, this isn't what I wanted. Like, tell you the truth, I would have ate a bologna sandwich.
I ate a lot of bologna sandwiches.
Oh, I love bologna. Do you have macaroni loaf down there?
No.
They put macaroni and cheese chunks in the bologna, and then they cut it.
No, we don't. We might. I don't know. I don't eat that too much. I just eat regular. I just eat regular cut of the middle Oscar Mayer bologna.
Oscar Mayer. Wow. Haven't heard that name in a while.
And what's weird is, Likes meat, Lykes meats. They're from here. Oh, they sell them bitches everywhere. That almost all their farm range is here.
Likes. I'll have to look that up.
We literally have. You can actually put an ad and find a job, and the title is cowboy. It's here. Oh.
Do you know if it's foods? You said the Like Foods. Is it an incorporated, or what would be like its last title?
Likes Meats. Hold on. Likes Brothers Incorporated.
Likes Brothers Incorporated. Incorporated. INC. Cool.
They maintain 575,000 acres in Florida and Texas.
Wow. Wow.
Like Brothers Inc. It's likes LYKES.com. But
information. Mr.
Yeah, that's about where you know, if you grow up on a ranch down here, you pretty much go to Likes and go to work.
Yeah, Likes is kind of controlling everything. It doesn't matter if it's a separate company, you still work for Likes.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of them here. But we've got a huge, everything here is orange trees. You know what a caladium is, right? The plant.
Yep.
We grow more of them here than that are grown anywhere in the world. We are known as the caladium capital, and everything we do is, I mean, at this. And you know what? As far as I know, I don't have one caladium in my yard. Some kind of a boycott, I think. I don't know.
I don't know. You just see enough of them. You don't want any more in your yard.
No, they're expensive as shit. The bulb, I just ain't paying that much for a bulb when I can go in the middle of the night down here at one of these things and pull them up. Tim's got a friend that goes to the Hideaway, the bar he goes to, and he owns a couple of the Caladium farms here and the orange groves. Seems to be a nice guy. I didn't talk to him much. Seems to be a nice guy.
We're mostly potato farmers up here. Good soil.
Yeah, down here where we're at, and well, let's say I don't know a whole hell of a lot about Lake Placid, but a little farther south, about 40 miles, is a place called Clewiston. Hey, Tolga, how you doing, man? In Clewiston, they have almost everything is grown there. We grow acres and acres and acres of sugar cane. I mean, millions of acres of sugar cane. It's right there at the tip of the Everglades. It's right on the south shore of Lake Okeechobee. But everything from celery to corn to radishes to lettuce, beans, everything is all grown basically from the Henry County line south before you get to Dane.
Good land.
Yeah, I mean, it's good soil. When the big hurricane came and blew emptied out Lake Okeechobee, it left us some really good soil for them there, and so it's where they grow everything.
Yeah, mostly they grow pots and potatoes up here.
I never tried growing weed in any of it
though. When I lived in the city, I lived right on the edge of the city. So if you went like through my backyard, it was open fields. So for all summer, I was growing these 3 pot plants out back, and these things were huge, like massive pot plants. And I kind of just disguised them. And then I went over to my neighbor's house. I was like, "Hey, dude, I gotta come show you this. You gotta come see this. I gotta show you this. I gotta show you this, man." And he had one arm, so he was still learning how to use his hook, his claw. He had goat castrating bands, like the tight rubber bands for castrating animals. He'd have that on his claw, so he could open Pepsi bottles. So I asked him to come check this out before I cut these plants down and hang them. And he looks at me after he sees these plants. He's like, "Holy fuck, these have been here the whole time." I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "How? Like, seriously, how? Like, I didn't even notice." And there's a bicycle path where you have hundreds of people, foot traffic on this bicycle path, just 100 meters away from my pot plants. And no one ever fucking seen them. I'm good, Tolga. As good as I can be.
I don't know what an HBU is, but I'm chilling. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
I'm actually reading instructions, as crazy as that sounds. We got the
instructions. But those are the first thing that go out the car window when I'm driving home.
We got the we have identified the armadillo as my pest outside.
Armadillo. So you got it.
Yeah, he was on cam, on that new cam that I put up yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do they mess up? Are they a pest?
Yeah, I mean, they'll mess up your garden and stuff. They're not a pest to me. I don't want to get rid of them. I just wanted to. I knew I'd already taken pictures of it, but I needed to because I have to advertise for that. I have the guy they paid me to advertise for it, so I had to get some pictures and some footage so I could actually do the video tomorrow.
No, that's good.
Yeah. And I got this big ass dog bed. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. They want me to do a commercial for them too.
A big ass what?
Dog. It's a dog bed for your car.
Okay, yeah. I remember you telling me about this.
It's like 50-something feet long and 22 inches. I don't know in centimeters. That's probably 60 million. I don't know. And it's big, and they said they gave me the leather upgrade, but I didn't open it yet. My intent was to give all this shit away that they pay me to advertise on my channel, but people started bitching about having to pay shipping, so I said, "Yeah, fuck it, I'll keep it." So that shit on Facebook, some other
Don't you have like up here, like the town I live in, they have like what's happening in Minnedosa, and then like the closest city, they have what's happening in Brandon, and you can just sell everything in your local community to people.
Well, we have that here.
$200 ice skates for like $20.
We do that on Facebook. I've sold
Facebook Marketplace, yeah.
Yeah, I've sold a bunch of shit on there, but I made them mad about a month ago, and I said something I thought was funny, and still do. They don't think it was funny.
Oh, people take things the wrong way. Like if you actually knew me as a person, like I'll say some stupid shit to you, but I don't mean anything by it. But if you give me an opportunity to get a zinger in, I'm gonna zing the shit out of you. Like I'm gonna make you feel uncomfortable.
Well,
but that's how I am. I like to joke around. If you say something like, oh, and I have an opportunity to say something that's been stuck in my head for like 10 years, I'm going to say it. But normally it's a burn. I love burning people. It's fun. Yeah. Holy F. Okay, put it down. What? No. I can't have kids already as is. I don't need that.
It's time to sharpen it.
Ooh, that's quite the sickle, man.
I got a whole wall full of them.
Yeah. I walked into a barn once.
See? Hold on.
Nice. Do you just find these, or you pick these up at like farmers markets and stuff?
Tim gave me most of these. My family had some, but I got a knife for you, dude.
Isn't this great, Tolga? This is awesome. I love this.
There you go, my friend.
Oh, yeah. You showed me that the other day. That is wicked, man. That is wicked. That's for cutting agave, isn't it? Isn't that an agave knife?
Anything you want cut? No. It's called a couple different things, but it's for cutting brush down.
Yeah, they use it in Mexico to cut agave to make tequila.
Yeah.
No, I literally drove through with a dune buggy through like the mountains of Mexico, and that's what they were chopping agave with.
Huh.
Oh man. Just looking at that knife is giving me a hemorrhoid.
I can hook it up there.
Oh, how about that guy who was killed by the bison? Well, he wasn't killed; he's paralyzed. But that bison put that horn right up through his ass, man.
When was this?
A week and a half ago.
I didn't hear about that.
No, because it's from up here, and they're keeping it quiet. No, the town is keeping it quiet. They don't want anybody to know what happened. But I could be at church right now in town, and it's all the people that it'd be like me and you hanging out, but a whole table of people like you and me sitting there doing the same thing we're doing. Everybody knows.
I'm thinking about talking Tim into me and him doing a live stream at the bar that he calls the office.
The Hideaway.
Let's see here. You can talk.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What? Hey, here's. Did I show you this picture? I don't. Hey, you might have to let me back in.
Okay. What's going on with you, Olga?
I was trying to show.
Still here? I
wanted to show you something on the. I wanted to show you a picture of something, but it won't let me.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good. You can email them to me.
Yeah, I could put it over in. I don't have the email. I can go to private chat.
Oh, I haven't played around with that actually. Here, I don't want.
Say something.
Okay.
I've never messed with it either because me and Tim are always at the same place. Yeah. Yeah. That's how that works. That's easy. Now I know. No, I was just gonna show you the latest picture I have of Tim.
It'd probably be easier with a PC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because if I do it, it kicks me out. And then, oh, you're still here. Why is it asking me to invite? Oh, is this what I have to do? Just a second.
Oh, that picture. Yeah, I didn't try that. Let me try that.
I'm pretty sure I got everything down now on this StreamYard. Like, it took me about a day and a half to figure all this out.
So you should be able to add that box next to my thing, the stage.
There we go.
Yeah, that's Tim at 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning.
Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. He awesome. Came over this morning. He came over the webcam thing, or not the webcam, the trail cam is set up to his phone, and so he gets the alerts.
Why? Just so he's closest to it, or why?
No, I have shitty cell service on my phone, and to tell you the truth, I don't like putting a lot of that hooky shit on my phone.
Yeah, understandable. I don't even do online banking on my phone. And everyone looks at me stupid like I'm a retard. Like, well, how do you pay for things? Cash. Like, I know how much I have. I don't need to go walking around to the bank to see what my balance is. Pay cash.
I do a lot with I do a lot of banking, but I don't do it on the phone, but I do it on the internet.
No, the wife wants to set me up with a credit card here right now.
Go with
it's debit. A debit. It's a debit Visa, so it works as a debit card. And that's another thing that was invented in Canada. Debit. Debit machines were invented in Canada using a card. It was phenomenal at the time when it first came out. People didn't think it was going to work, and look what we're doing now. This is like you don't write checks anymore.
I haven't written one since I think me and Tony were just in probably the 90s.
You remember the old credit card sliders?
Yep. I got one around here somewhere. I sure do.
Oh man, the world's changed. And you go to a grocery store back in the day, and the ladies are just they're typing everything in by hand, short form, short cursive.
Yeah.
Wow. Unreal. Now kids can't even count change when you give them cash. And so many times I've handed a kid like a $20 bill and a toonie. A toonie, that's a $2 coin.
Oh, okay.
And then they look at you stupid. It's like, yeah, but it's like, I want bills back. I don't want change back. That's why I'm giving you the toonie. So if you can do the math, you should give me paper money back and just a little bit of change. But kids these days can't fucking count.
I try to use. I never carry cash, man. I don't know why. I never have. Matter of fact, I'll prove that shit.
Nothing but cards in your wallet.
That's it. But I do have this. I do have my American Untold Stories Challenge coin. I had about 200 of these made up for a guy I'm kind of occasionally friends with, and we sell them for him.
So you can only handle them so much.
No, I just might sell it.
Oh, those are pretty cool. Oh, deadly.
American Untold Stories.
Oh, that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, it's big, man. It's heavy. It weighs almost an ounce.
What coin are you talking about? A toonie there? You talking about a toonie?
Who? Him?
Olga. I'm trying to figure out what, because there's no way he has that coin.
Oh, one of these?
Take Canadian Tire money. You can only spend it at this one store, but they did actual currency. Hold on a second. This is legit currency. It's made in the Bank of the Mints of Canada, and if you're lucky enough, there was 1 year where they made it in the UK, in Britain.
Oh, yeah. I'm not. Oh my God! What kind of commie chair is that?
This is legit currency. Legit. And you can only spend this at a store. It's called Canadian Tire. They have them in North Dakota and some of the states that border along Canada, US, but it's legit currency. It's processed at the Bank of Canada. There's a serial number. Come on, focus, you fuck. There's a legit serial number on these bills. They're signed by the Governor General as well.
That's my Escapees card, see? That's my Escapees RV card.
Escapees.
Yeah, for when we're in the motorhome and get a flat tire or something. Yeah. That's about all I keep in my wallet.
Is Trump getting rid of the penny?
They say that, but I don't know.
We haven't had the penny in over 10 years.
He said that he's going to stop printing, at least while he's in office. You know, I don't care about that dumb shit. I want him to...
They just either round it up or round it down. But there's other companies, like imagine Walmart. If they rounded everything up, think about how many millions of dollars right there in pennies.
Oh,
like
yeah.
half pennies and shit that they're going to get.
And if they rounded it down, imagine how much loss.
Yeah, exactly. So where does the balance scale? Because it's a 5 cent. Like anything is going to be divided between 5 cents now. Unless the stores accommodate this pricing, which they don't. They still throw in that stupid fucking 95 cent in there. So where does that penny go?
Maybe to honest pricing.
Does it go up?
Because, you know, when they... that 99 cents, 98 cent shit pisses me off. If you want $6 for it, say you want $6 for it. Oh, and now I remember. Toga's from Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, he's overseas.
With my keychain.
No, he's good stuff. I've known Tolga for probably over 3 or 4 years now. A John Deere. Nothing rides like a deer.
I wouldn't own one, but I do like the keychain. You don't sit down. You remember this is in your pocket. This thing's heavy.
Yeah, you're not going to lose them for sure by any means.
And I lost them for 2 weeks.
Where are my keys?
And it actually works. All the tires roll and everything. All the tires roll.
Yeah, don't they make John Deere parts in Turkey?
I don't know.
Oh, man. Sorry, Togo. I keep forgetting I'm in charge here. So funny. So weird, man. I'm so used to this YouTube platform where I can't do stuff like this. Togo's into finance, and he's a stock guy.
Hold on a minute.
But still just as broke as the rest of us.
Yeah,
he's no Wall Street.
My Walmart order came in already, so I'm gonna be broke for a while.
Yeah.
All right.
The cell phone plan I have, every 3 months they give me a $50 Walmart gift card, so I get a month for free.
Huh.
The wife, because she's a teller at a gas station, she has access to this this survey thing for about cigarettes. It's only about cigarettes and cigars. So she fills out these little 30-second surveys every day, and every 3 months she gets a $150 gift card to Walmart just for filling out these 30-second surveys.
That's cool.
She's a teller. Oh, and Walmart here in Manitoba got caught for price fixing milk. In Manitoba, it's illegal to sell. The price is fixed. Like the provincial government has control over the price of milk, and Walmart got caught charging an extra 80 cents per jug. And yeah, I see class action lawsuit right now.
While we're talking, I posted a link in the private chat.
Oh, there we go.
That's if StreamYard does you wrong, you can always use those people. I use them when our StreamYard's not working. I use them to.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna save this.
It's easy to. It's pretty easy to set up, and we've used it 3 or 4 times because paying for StreamYard can get expensive.
Yeah. And it does.
Do what? Uh-oh. He kicked himself out again. Did you kick yourself out again there?
Yeah, I did. So it does the same thing. Like it just links you directly to YouTube.
Yep. You sign in just like you do. You'll need to create an account. All of it's like under 5 minutes. I did it. We had a show starting at 7:10 in the morning. I didn't realize until 7:05 the StreamYard was down. I went and found that link, doing a Google search, and I went to it, and we were still only 2 minutes late. So it took me about 7 minutes to find it, set it up, and start streaming.
Oh yeah, like YouTube. I start setting up around 20 minutes to where I want to start going live. It's a pain in the ass. Like there's so much like hoopla you got to go through, and I want to make sure that I hit that adults only button because that really screws you over.
Oh wait, yeah, the one that just is not made for kids.
Yeah, not made for kids. Yeah, I always want that because there's a couple times we did a good thing. There was a kid that popped in talking about suicide, and we didn't know that they were a kid at this point, or depression and stuff, something like that in the lines. So we all jumped in as a community to help this person, and gave them some really good advice, really broke everything down, and then all of a sudden somebody did some fact checking in the background and be like, hey, this person's only 11, and everyone's like, what? We need to kick this person out. After all we did to help this person, all of a sudden now you want to flip the tables and kick this person out of my channel and block them. You guys really need to think about what you're saying right now, because you all of them, everyone on my channel helped this person, and then as soon as we found out that they're underage, everyone wanted to get rid of them, and I was like, no, can't do that. Like, you guys all participated, you bought the ticket, you took the ride, and just admit it.
Well, reading the instructions on this pressure washer that I've had for a month now and use every day.
Yeah.
Well, because I have to spray some ammonia out back to keep the bugs down, and I haven't used the pressure washer for that yet. And I was going to do that shit all wrong. No,
like
I'm not.
Mixing it, you mean?
No, it has a special little
reservoir,
a canister, and I thought that it plugged into something else. I don't even know what I was thinking, to tell you the truth.
Logo, just stay young-minded. You'll look as young as me forever. But technically, you're kind of Asian too. You're Middle Eastern, still Asian. Oh. The wife will be home in 25 minutes. You didn't take my wallet, though. I'm supposed to bring home beer.
Ammonia, yeah. I have bleach too. I'm gonna try the ammonia first.
Does that ammonia have a strength value on it by any means?
Probably not, because I got it from the dollar store yesterday.
Have you ever seen 90% hydrogen peroxide? Now think about this. 90% hydrogen peroxide. Have you ever seen that stuff?
Don't know, never looked for
it. You won't be able to buy it. It's very controlled. It looks like shampoo. It's clear, it's white, but it pours out like shampoo. It's like really, and you don't want that stuff on you, man. It literally, I got it all over my arm once, and it swelled up. It looked like elephant skin, but bright white. Okay. That's funny. Okay, the wife, she had a surgery on her breast, okay? It was an emergency surgery. She had an abscess. So, I didn't want to be there for the surgery. I could have been, but right as I was walking out, the surgeon looked at Sandra, the wife, and was like, is your son coming back to pick you up? Because you're not going to be able to drive. And she looked at him. She's like, that's my husband. The surgeon didn't say a thing for the rest of the surgery. She went red. Is your son going to come pick you up after the surgery?
That used to happen to me and Tony a lot.
So funny. Or I'd be babysitting and people would ask me, like, we'd go out grocery shopping or go get like ice cream somewhere. People would be like, oh, is that your son? I just look at him like, I don't have kids. I just kidnapped this one for the day. Yeah. Can you tell I was raised by an Asian? I always say it all the time. Guys at work notice it too.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? It's like, I don't know, you stub your finger, you poke yourself with a screw. It's an everything word.
Oh.
There's lots of everything words, like A. Where are you going?
Yeah.
No, there's so many everyday words that
It
don't make any
works for
sense.
everything.
Voyons donc in French. Voyons donc. It's kind of like get out of here, or you tell a bad joke, but it has no translation. There is no English word to it. But you stub your toe, you hurt yourself, somebody tells a bad joke, it's voyons donc.
Sounds like Radon Chong.
Yeah, that's how I learned how to speak that. Yeah.
Radon Chong is Tommy Chong from Cheech and Chong's daughter.
Yeah, Tommy Chong, he's from Vancouver. My buddy ran into Sorry, that smoke went down the wrong. The joys of smoking.
Yeah.
Cigarettes. Oh, okay, yeah. My buddy was at the Vancouver airport and he's like, holy fuck, that's Tommy Chong. So he goes and sits down with him and just casually like sits down with him and doesn't really kind of say anything. And then he kind of just looked over at him and he's like, you're Tommy, eh? And he's like, yeah, yeah. And before you know it, just the conversation exploded. He's like, oh man, I can't even remember what we talked about. I was just in awe sitting here with Tommy Chong, and he was the nicest guy ever. Like to sit there and talk with a complete random stranger, like me talking to you, like somebody he's never met before in his life, just opens up conversation. And I was just unreal, man. Tommy Chong, they're coming out with a new Cheech and Chong movie.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Oh, okay, there was Nice Dreams, next movie, and what was the other one? Well, there's the Corsican Brothers.
Up in Smoke. That's one of theirs.
Up in Smoke, yeah. Where's the one where they just did their act?
I don't know.
Oh, there's one movie where they just did their act, and I think it was their last movie, and it was like really bad. Bad reviews.
Yeah, for a while there, Tommy Chong hated Cheech Martin or Moran or whatever his name is.
Yeah, because he got famous. He had that TV show.
Nash Bridges.
Nash Bridges, yeah. And he was getting all that extra fame and shit.
And Tommy Chong said it was because he was mad because he was playing a cop.
Yeah, fuck. But then Tommy went to jail too.
Yeah.
For a bunch of BS.
For selling bongs at his head shop or some shit.
Yeah. And it wasn't even really him. It was his son who was in charge of the business when his son never received any jail time. But I could see Tommy being like, okay, you know what? Here, I'll take the hit. Leave my son out of this. I'll go to jail.
Yeah. He thought it would get him more
press. Touch him in jail.
Yeah, I don't know. Down here, Olga, people call women call men honey all the time. No matter, even the little kids. Oh, come here, honey. And the waitresses are real bad about it.
Yeah, they're just trained that way. It's just.
Yeah, I guess. It's we talk a lot different here in the South.
Oh, there's stuff I'd say to you that you probably have no clue about either.
Probably.
Oh, Matt, I just can't think of anything right now. You just have to be there for it. I keep telling the new guys at work that the boss only has one nut, so I call him Wrecking Ball. And it's so funny. The boss loves it. He's like, the new guy. He's like, keeps calling me Wrecking Ball. And I was like, yeah. Because you only have one nut. He's like, I got both my nuts. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It's just funny. He's like, yeah, that's pretty funny. I like that name, Wrecking Ball, too. Yeah, the slang. Yeah, there's a lot of different slang that flows around. Doesn't matter what country you're in, there's a lot of slang in certain places.
Oh yeah. That's one of the reasons Spanish is so difficult to interpret and understand is because there's so many different dialects.
Oh, well, it's like French. It is like French. But to speak Spanish and French, there's a lot of stuff that is all the exact same. It's all felt the same way as French. But look at how the French took over the colonies and got rid of the Aztecs. That was the French, right? Or was it the Spanish?
Well, there was the Spanish War, didn't the French have the French America? I don't know. I only know about wars I went to. Anyway, it doesn't say what the value or what the percentage of ammonia is on here.
Colonialism. Yeah, there you go.
What?
Colonialism. That's what got rid of the Aztecs.
Yeah, I'm all for colonialism, I guess.
What is it? Dominican Republic is still controlled by the British, and then Haiti is controlled by the French.
Yeah.
You ever been to Dominican or Haiti?
Oh yes, both of them. Both of them.
I like the Dominican Republic, but I was on the very end where it was kind of nice. If you want, you're close to the border. There's where did I go? Porta Plata. I think that's on the very south end of the island.
Yeah.
Almost lost my cousin on his wedding night, or the day before his wedding. He went and tried to swim in the ocean at night, and then we all tried to fucking go find him. Oh, thank God we found him. Like 15 minutes later, he's still alive. He lost his shoes and everything. But he's alive. That's the important part. You ever try that Mama Juana in the Dominican? Where they fill it with all that bark and stuff?
I don't think so.
Here. I'll be right back. I got a bottle here.
Okay.
Oh my God, there's actually some in here right now.
Somewhat.
Oh my God. Okay. Here, let's do this. Can you
What's that?
see this? It's full of bark and stuff. And there's these beans in here from a plant. They're a tree in the country, and it's a hallucinogenic bean. Oh, I can't read this shit. It's all in fucking. What the fuck? I don't even know what language is this. But Mama Juana. I kept thinking that they were offering me marijuana when I was down there. I was like, every place I went, they're like, Mama Juana, Mama Juana. I was like, no marijuana, no marijuana. Like, I'm out in the. Is it pure alcohol? No, Toga. Okay. So there's a bunch of different tree bark in here. There's these beans, there's some spices, and all you do is add rum. But in the Dominican, they put sherry, which is red wine, and white rum. And then sometimes they'll put a little honey in there. Dominican honey is like really crazy sweet. You've never had honey like that before. Even their coffee is super sweet. So you just add rum. I just put Rogers maple syrup in there and rum. I don't like the sherry, but it tastes like Jaeger. It's, but after I take a shot of this stuff, about 4 hours later, you start hallucinating. I'm not joking. That's why there's still stuff in here, and you just keep adding. It's not just good for one shot. You just keep mixing it. And the more you mix it, the stronger it gets. Well, the more you use it and keep this stuff is crazy. I was chasing my cousin around this resort after he had drank a bunch of this stuff. and he was chasing this albino monkey across the swimming pool. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Come here. Like, what are you doing? He's like, don't you see this albino monkey right here? And then he almost fell in the pool because he was about to jump and grab it. When I was tripping out on it, 24 by 24 inch tiles. If somebody's foot caught just the edge of the tiles would peel up with their feet like they were rubber.
Wow.
Yeah. It was intense. And then I can't remember anything else after that.
That's why I don't do drugs, man.
Oh, I didn't. None of us knew what it was. None of us knew what it was when we got it, man. And it's funny, every shop you go to, it's like, hey, come here, try my batch of Mama Juana. I'm like, they just grab a shot glass off the counter, fill it up, and then you drink it, and then they put that glass back on the counter for sale. It's like, oh, wow, how many people have taken a shot out of that glass? Whee!
Yeah, probably strong enough liquor in there to kill what might have been in it that was bad.
Yeah, the Dominican rum is so good. It's straight from the bottle.
I used to like rum, but I'm not a big rum fan anymore.
Like if I go outside, like tobogganing or snowmobiling, I'll bring a flask of rum with me just to like warm you up. I won't drink whiskey. I can't drink whiskey.
Yeah, me either. I think me and Tim have come to the conclusion that the people that bought, okay, you got my house, then you got Tim's house, then you got the house next to Tim's, and I think he's turning that into a grow house because it's already been remodeled, and the people that are renting it out, they're constantly putting pipes up, and it's all kind of strange.
You think it is a grow house?
Yeah.
Nice. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because they quote moved in, but nobody lives there. But they're always adding some water irrigation, this and shit like that.
Are they Caucasian?
No, of course not. No, it's
That's awesome.
Probably Haitians.
Oh man. That drug lab that they had here in Canada, that was epic, man. But there was only ever one person arrested. You can't have just one person running that whole facility. There was multiple chemists working at that facility.
Yeah.
And only one person was arrested.
Well, they'll probably get the others.
Oh, you ever heard of the UN gang?
No.
They're international. They take anyone. It doesn't matter. You're Asian, East Indian, British, whatever. It's called the UN. They bring in any type. If you have an opportunity to make us grow, you're allowed in.
Huh.
Well, like biker gangs, like the 81s there. You know what I mean by 81?
Of course.
Okay. So like the 81s, they're very strict on who they allow in. You know, if you have some type of ethnicity, then you're not getting in. It's like a Proud Boys kind of thing.
A what?
Proud Boys kind of thing.
Proud Boys is full of a bunch of blacks and gays and Puerto Ricans. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. There are Hells Angels gangs all over South America. There are Hells Angels gangs all over Southern California that are mostly Mexican.
No, really? For real?
Yeah.
Up here in Canada, nope, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. It's very Confederate flagged, let's say. That's why they had like gangs like the Rock Machine, the Indian Posse, like start trying to take over. Rock Machine.
We don't really have much of a biker gang problem in America anymore.
In Quebec right now, in Montreal, in Quebec City, the Rizzuto mob is just, they've been going to town with each other toe to toe for like the last month or year and a half. Like
Hold
they
on,
made a
hold on.
truce at Christmas, the 28th of December. They made a truce. There was
Hold
a
on.
big sit down, and there was a meeting here in there in Brandon. And
Pay attention to your chat. Pay attention
they
to your
made a
chat.
pact.
Your chat. 2-4's trying to talk to you, and so is Toga.
Oh, only beer for you. Yeah. Twofer, why don't you pop in? The link is here. Here, give me a second here, man. What was comment here? Dude, Twofer, come in here. Speaking of accent, oh, we got Maritimer. Come on, Twofer, pop in, man. I'm gonna shut this down here soon, anyways. Probably like 15 minutes. Let's see. The wife's gonna be home, so I should probably get out of the office.
Oh, is that where you're at?
No, I don't have an office. I prefer not to have an office.
Well, this is mine. What you're looking at is my office.
In the summertime, just wait. There's going to be a lot of outdoor stuff at my place. I have never had a squirrel on my property since I've lived here the last 8 years. Has it been that many years already? No, 7.
We have a lot of, well, you obviously know that because I feed squirrels all the time.
Drinking in the AM's a sin. Old Cracker's just hanging with his old friend.
Oh yeah, Toga, Q4. Check out Ron's music. This is awesome. This is some good stuff. He's got some gems there for real.
Breakfast. What I said.
While I'm talking to you, I'm working on tomorrow's show intro. Sorry if this annoys you. I can hit mute.
No, that's totally fine, man. Play your stuff. Oh, I love it.
On that top again.
Come on, Twofer. Come on, pop in, man. We're only gonna have this for like another 20 more days.
Have what for 20 more days?
This StreamYard.
Oh. Well, that's why. You can always use StreamYard.
Yeah, it'll be next paycheck. I'm gonna get Starlink hooked back up, and then
just try to keep your live streams for other people under 20 hours. And then if you're gonna do just a stream for you to talk with your wife there on one camera, then you can just use YouTube Studio.
It took a while for the wife to be able to do StreamYard with me. Actually, she hates doing YouTubes, and then when she says, let's do a YouTube, I was like, I'm always on it. Let's try this. Let's try this. I love having her in the background. Or even there side by side with me, even though we're in the same room. You can it's more seminal. But the stuff that comes out of her mouth is just ridiculous sometimes. I love it. Oh, I'm looking at this Mama Wana trying to take a sip and see what it's like. It's been sitting there for a while now.
Well, your wife's going to be home, so act accordingly.
We would just actually hold on before I even drink this. I just want to sip. I just want to see how strong it is. Okay, so there's this little bean in here at the bottom here. I'll do this so you can see that bean drop.
Yeah.
It's that bean. If I ate that bean, you're fucked up until you process that through your body, and they have a tendency to get stuck in your intestinals. So get her done, Alberta. Come on, 2-4, pop in here. Scroll up a bit. Come pop in here. I gave you a link, man. All the people. Twofer, I want you in here. I texted you the other day.
Who's Get Her Done, Alberta?
Whew. Wow. It actually got better. Not bitter, better.
Bear.
Wow. I don't know if you can see this. I'm surprised my hair's not standing up right now. Wow. It hits you after. Ooh, fuck me. I'm putting that shit away before something happens.
Yeah, I like to change up my intros every morning.
That stuff is different.
I like to change up my intros so they're not all the same.
Alberta. Like Melania. Sounds like one of my ex-wives. Right, that was a Trump impression.
Oh, that's what that was?
Alberta, Melania. Sounds like one of my ex-girlfriends. That's why he wants to take over Alberta.
Why?
Because it sounds like one of his ex-wives' names. Alberta.
I think he's just playing with y'all because he knows y'all aren't all that smart and you're gullible.
And there's an election coming up too, so that really fucks everything up.
The sad reality is that as much as Canada doesn't want to become America, most Americans don't want Canada to become America either.
Yeah, I know, because the New World Order. This is exactly what they want. They'll divide us into three. We're going to control all of like America and South America, right? Somebody is. And then Europe is going to get divided into two, including Australia.
Do we have
So
proof?
these three actual countries. This is exactly what they want to do. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of this writer. The guy who wrote The Scanner Darkly. You ever see A Scanner Darkly with Keanu Reeves, Robert Downey Jr.?
No.
The guy who wrote that, it's based on a book. He wrote about this multiple times. People thought he was crazy. He ended up committing suicide. And what he wrote about is actually coming true right now. It's so funny. Yeah, science fiction. Yeah, not so science fiction. That's one of the reasons he had like a self-loathing problem, is because everyone wanted to classify his books as science fiction, and he was like, "No, this is like actually what's happening," and people just thought he was crazy, and then he ended up doing some self-harm.
I read 1984 in high school.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I recommend everyone reading that.
Animal Farm is pretty interesting.
Get to do slime. Bean. Yeah, Magic Bean is right. Sorry, I'm not 1984. Yeah. That's awesome. Oh. You ever have this itchy spot you can't just reach? Like I've been having to get I don't get scratches like this. The wife, thank God she's around. Hey babe, can you scratch right there? Now she just knows the spot.
Okay.
No, it wasn't banned. You can still find copies of this. It's not hard to find copies of this. There's a few books that people say that they've been banned. There's ones called Lasers, Phasers, and Ion Ray Guns. It tells you how to make some pretty stupid, crazy gadgets that should be illegal. And you can still find these books. Oh, yeah, there was some controversy over that. You're right, Tolga. Oh. Sorry. Tolga, you are right, though. I think you are right. I think it was banned in multiple countries, possibly Canada too, for a point, and then they re-released it again.
I don't know about here. I don't keep up with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, everything is a police state. Don't worry about Tolga. You can take that. You don't worry about spell check for him. Oh, I should have put some of that mama Juana in with my juice and see what happens with the sugar. Oh man, yeah, it's probably not a good idea. I gotta work tomorrow. I don't want to be hallucinating like 4 hours from now. And then yeah, the butchering. Don't worry about the butchering. All good. So we got Canadians, we got Turks, got an American in here, and that's hilarious. Oh yeah, and there's 2-4. Oh man, what else? Man, should talk about, but I don't know. This was a rough weekend already. Oh my goodness. And then our prime minister's over there in the UK having a meeting with Zelensky right now.
Oh,
Was
is
that yesterday? Yeah, he fucked up. Well, like our prime minister, he's just a joke right now.
Yeah.
And that Christina Freeland, she was still in charge of that 62. Okay, she had a budget, a Canadian budget of $40 billion. And she was the finance minister in control of this money. And now she wants to run for the Liberal head seat right now. It's $62 billion. That's $22 billion over the Canadian deficit, and you allowed that to happen. And we're going to elect you? Yeah, sit on it. That bitch is crazy.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go take a piss, get some ice.
Oh. Yeah. Speaking of which, my wife is going to be home soon. Hey, 2-4, you like, come pop in, man. Here. Comment. Post comment. Did he do that? Did he do that? Did he do that? Actually, if I did have a kid, I'd probably name him Did he do that? Did he do that? Tell you the truth, if I did have kids, I'd probably name one Fuck. You stupid fuck. And I said this before, like the movie Meet the Fockers came out. Well, that sucks, man. It really sucks. Oh man. Yeah, this is Ron. Oh, sorry. This is Ron over here. They do a beer for breakfast every morning. If you're up at 6 a.m., yeah, you have to be up at 6 a.m. Well, my time it's 6 a.m. So I only kind of get there towards the end. But Ron and Tim, they're pretty half decent guys, man. And you can speak your mind. Yeah. Sometimes we'll do a 10-minute pause, just so we can get over the learning curve of the AI, so we can sit here and chat about stupid shit. No, Ron's a good guy. Like him, he's awesome. No qualms or quarrels here. Speak your mind. If you offend us, then you're at the wrong fucking channel. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're definitely on the wrong channel. This is like Sterling times 10. Yeah. And the stuff that comes out here is pretty interesting. Yeah, George Orwell. That's who it was, yeah. 1984. You know what? You could use like, I don't know if you use a Samsung or an Apple. You can just get Gemini or Siri to read you the book if you want. I don't know. You might need to change the voice though. I don't know. I prefer a woman's voice over a guy. Has anyone here messed with AI at all? Like Gemini or uh, like I've tried to have conversations with Gemini and it's pretty messed up. Like AI is something else. I think most of the time when I talk to AI though, I break it. It doesn't like talking to me. Oh man, have you messed around with the photo stuff on there? Apparently you just make a picture look. Yeah. Yeah, I know. She can be annoying, I know. Oh man. Oh. What do you think about Ron about this AI stuff right now?
I'm all right with it.
It's helpful. Like, you use like Chat GBT or like what are you using?
I make my thumbnails with Grok. My crazy thumbnails.
Well,
Um,
like a propeller prop is what you're saying?
who? No, my prop. No. My thumbnail. Hold on, I'll show you. Let me find one. Deleted most of them.
I've seen an AI generated picture of just a dildo putting on lipstick and a wig and a lady's dress, which was really good. I laughed and I laughed. Oh, yeah, puts this lady's dress on, this tight red lady's dress, puts a wig on and starts doing his makeup. Just a dildo, our prime minister. That was so funny.
See, there you go. Down there at the bottom. Do you see it? It's looking more original though.
Yeah, it is. Nightbot. Oh.
I use anyway. I use AI a lot, at least 2 or 3 times every day. Come up with show ideas. Give me something to talk about.
You know what's funny? My friends, they look at me. I'm like, "Have you guys messed with AI?" And then I'll bring up like AI on my phone, and then they look at me stupid. Like, you're the last person that I ever thought would mess with AI. He's like, that it scares me. Everyone tells me it scares them. And I don't know. I, I just want to see what it's about.
I like to get into arguments with it.
Oh,
I like to make it argue.
yeah. Up here in Canada, it won't give you health questions or talk about the government. It won't let
Yeah.
you talk anything about the government with it. It doesn't want to talk politics and it won't talk healthcare. Like, hey, I got this lump on my leg here, Gemini, blah, blah, blah. Can you tell me what's wrong? I'm not allowed to give medical advice. Actually, that was a pretty good
No.
series. I'm not allowed to talk about politics.
I talk about politics too much, I think. But
there are ways to get AI to be able to talk about these things, but you have to word it correctly. You have to be, you almost have to be like dirty the way you got to sneak it in there. There's a couple times the wife got medical advice, and if I just ask her straight up how to get medical advice, she won't say anything. But if I word it correctly, it will give you medical advice. Oh, the wife is late. You didn't take my wallet. They're wondering, like, oh, I did have cash in there though. Yeah, whatever. I'm not worried about her. I don't need to call her. She's good. Love the wife. She's awesome.
This damn speaker of mine, man.
No, this is the happiest I've ever been, man, in a relationship. It's awesome. We don't ever have to worry about each other. Like, no worries. Like, I mean, like, and I'm not talking about like going and sleeping with somebody else. Like, she gets here when she gets here. You know, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and call her like 20 times right now and be like, "Where are you? Where are you?" I'm just checking up. Oh, I know you're okay. She can handle herself.
No, I don't check up on mine either. I just let her do what she wants to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's a fucking good relationship, man.
Yeah.
Couple relationships I've been in. Oh my goodness. Calling you like you're 2 minutes late home. Holy F, and you're calling me like 10, 15 times. Just throw your phone into fucking sleep. French chicks are crazy, man. Wow. Yeah. Aren't all French people crazy? No offense to anyone who speaks French, but actually my boss is French. And then so is the foreman. But they're different French. The one guy's Manitoba French, so he speaks proper French. He doesn't have that Quebecois fucking that slang. Oh, it's so dirty. It sounds like they have a potato in their mouth all the time. Wah, wah, ah. Like, instead of asking, like, a lot of French people know how to say what. They'll just look at you and go, wah. And it's like a baby. It's like, what did you say? Wah. Like, oh man, you guys are, hey, Quebec people are fucked up. Sorry. And, you know, it's funny, now they're more united with Canada than ever because of this Trump stuff. So it has made our country a little bit more united between like Quebec and the rest of the country. And it's funny, it took this to happen for the rest of Canada. There's the rest of Quebec to click in. I don't. Have you looked into this Poilievre guy, Ron?
Do what?
Pierre Poilievre, the PC party who's running for prime minister.
Nope.
You should check this guy out. Like, he's anti-woke and all this other stuff too. And then he wants to get rid of the carbon taxes, which really don't go to pollution.
Carbon taxes are stupid.
I don't know. I find it's just hurting us in the long run. Like, us as a country, Canada, like, we have a very low population, and we're paying some of the most highest carbon taxes out there. Why are we, like, look at India and China. Like, why are we getting punished with all these carbon taxes?
I'll tell you why. Because your government officials are getting kickbacks from it.
Oh.
That's what it's all about. It's all about them getting kickbacks. Yeah. Ours are the same way. That's how the politicians get so rich so fast.
Well, like, after Trump left, I'm sorry, but Biden, he totally like annexed like oh, we're not going to have coal plants anymore. We're not going to do this anymore. And Trump just got everyone up and running. You know, they got their jobs back and stuff. And then Biden came back and took their jobs away from them. Like, am I wrong? Am I interpreting this the wrong way? Like,
What?
Trump did a lot of good shit at the beginning.
Well, I think he's doing a lot of good shit now.
Yeah, he's fixing what he started. But these tariffs are not the way to go.
Oh, I don't know. It's simple. Stop charging us tariffs. We'll stop charging you tariffs.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're not winning either way. But he put a hold till April 2nd, I believe, on these tariffs with Canada. But there's still aluminum taxes or tariffs that are still running.
Well, you like your beer in plastic bottles anyway. You're good.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not going to affect me.
Right.
Well, and it's local too, which is nice. Shop local.
March is buy your husband a gun month. Huh. Yeah, today is the 2nd of March, isn't it?
Oh, was it 2nd of March?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't know about what day. I don't know the date up there in Canada. Y'all do things in metric.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, I don't know.
All I know is it's Sunday. So
Yeah, it is.
I don't care about the date. Unless it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, my birthday, the wife's birthday, I don't care about dates. I don't write all that shit down.
Yeah, I don't either. But my computer is constantly telling me the date. So,
like where I work, I use my phone to like punch in, punch out, and then I make notes and stuff of what I do. I don't even look at the date. It's just this job needs to get done, blah blah blah. Go do it.
That's always a good way to do things.
That's just the way I'm happiest. Like, I hate sitting there writing shit down. My phone does everything for me now.
This is no kidding. You can ask Tim tomorrow morning. Most of the time, I don't know where my phone is, and when I do, it's not turned on.
I lost my phone like 8 kilometers way out in the field that way. And I'm like, where the hell? I'm like, oh man, I know where my phone fell out. I put it in a bad pocket. I was like, oh. So I went and drove and just followed my quad tracks through the field. Thank God they just harvested so I could still see my like track marks. Yeah, I found my phone 8 kilometers out that way in the middle of the field.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
I every once in a while I'll take it with me if I know I'm gonna, like, if I'm gonna be somewhere long. I don't like listening to radios and all that, and I like to bring some podcast or something with me when I'm gonna be gone a while and listen to that. That's the only time my phone leaves the house, though.
Yeah, no, I got to take my phone with me everywhere. Yeah,
I don't do
like me and the wife this summer. We lived off grid for 19 weeks, so we had to like make sure that before we even left the town, that our phones were charged. We had what we needed to cook, like over the fire, what we could just cook for that day because we don't have a fridge. Blah blah
You
blah.
don't have a fridge? You have a fridge?
Fridge. Now we do, but we lived off grid this whole summer for 19 weeks.
Wow.
It was humbling.
Damn.
We go to our friends' houses for showers. So like, I don't know, maybe once or twice a week we go shower. Not like we stink or anything, but literally we lived off grid, no power for 19 weeks. It was
I'm
so
trying
fun.
to read what your guy's saying in here.
And what's funny is I was thinking it for like a week, but I never told the wife. And she was just looked at me one day. She was like, "Do you want to live off grid for like the whole summer?" I was like, "Babe, you were reading my mind. Let's do this." And she was totally down for that.
What'd you live in, a tent?
No, we still had a roof over our head, just no grid. So if we had to cook something, we just cooked it over the fire. We didn't use propane or anything like that. Everything we ate was cooked over the fire every day.
Oh.
I could cook craft dinner in a pot over the fire in less than 5 minutes. That hot, like it's not like cooking on an element. You got to be very quick with the way you cook over a fire, especially direct fire.
I cook over open flame a lot. That's my preferred way to. That's my preferred way to do.
And you got to be careful with what you're burning too if you're using firewood. You don't want to be doing like poplar and stuff like that. You want a little bit better hardwood.
Yeah, you really don't want to use special pressure treated lumber either.
Oh, definitely not. No. And then me doing construction and stuff, I always have those scabs left over of like pure firewood.
Yeah.
That's normally what I get my fires started with. Is the pine stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do too. But we're under a burn ban for some reason here.
Really? Didn't it rain the other day?
I think so, yeah. But they might have lived in it since then. I don't know.
Oh, it rained here the other day. Was it 2 days after? It was like minus 43 here. It rained 3 days after that. The temperature literally went, oh, like, wow, everyone's sick now. There's so many people I know that are sick right now because of this fluctuation and from that cold to this warm. Wow, to +3.
Well, that neighbor Tom's working his ass off over there next door. Trimming his trees and shit.
Oh, okay. That's what the little whine is every once in a while?
Yeah. Yeah, that's him. He's always going after it though, man. That's the busiest guy I think I've ever seen.
So how many strokes has he actually had?
I think 3 or 4. I don't even think he knows exactly.
And he still just keeps rocking like that, eh?
Yeah.
Man, like almost a glutton for punishment.
Yeah. You know.
There's stuff I do at work, and I look at the kids, the young ones that we just hired. I'm like, you go, you're going down there. I ain't going down there anymore.
Where?
Like crawl spaces, stuff like that. I'm not sitting in a crawl space all day, ripping out stuff and fixing stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna send the young kids down there. You ever been stuck in a crawl space and then you get out of there and you're like, oh, yeah. Give me a minute. Give me a minute to like straighten out here. Stuck in the permanent fetal position.
Kind of getting hungry, but I shouldn't be.
I got Little Caesars in the fridge, the deep dish kind. What is it? Their Boston style pizza or something? Chicago. Yeah. Not bad.
The most
Every time
common.
I bring that pizza back. There's like local spots I'd go to, but I've eaten the local spots way too much.
No, I have. My wife made spaghetti yesterday.
The wife made homemade pizza the other day. Her own sauce and her own dough and crust. Dough and crust is the same fucking thing.
Except for I'm out of bread, so I don't know how that's going to work.
Oh.
And the store is almost 3 miles away, and that's a long drive for me.
I'm not allowed in stores. If we go to Walmart or say like a superstore, what would a superstore be like down in the States? Like a
superstore?
Yellow boxes.
You mean like a regular super Walmart?
Yeah, everything's just in yellow boxes.
Oh no, the super Walmart, everything is. It looks like it looks like Walmart's always have just very nice. And at Costco, the big box stores like Costco,
Yeah, I know
everything's
Costco.
displayed. Everything's displayed pretty nice, and I don't know that I've ever seen a yellow box, but I haven't been there
Like
in a while.
No Frills? Is it No Frills maybe down in the States? Yellow boxes?
No, I don't know, not that I'm aware of.
Hmm.
Because
Trying to
these days,
remember.
every store has its own brand, right? So,
Yeah,
like this is the value that the check mark that's on the label.
yeah, yeah.
It's the value. It's just
Yeah, I know
backwards.
what value is.
Well, that's that's Dollar General's name brand, check value. It's a check mark value, and it's
Yeah,
that's
like how
Walmart,
Costco is Kirkland.
isn't it? Um, Walmart is great value.
Great value.
Yep.
But the wife doesn't let me into Walmart or Superstore. She doesn't let me in these big box stores. I go crazy. I just absolutely just like get about 5 minutes in. I wanna snap. Like I would just want to go ballistic.
Yeah, I'm
I
always
just hate
I
just hate
always try to
crowds of
be
people.
I always try to be nice to everybody.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
too, but I always see something that just really bothers me.
I bought some stuff yesterday, and I didn't know it was non-alcoholic. So it's some kind of
But
I got it so we could do a taste test tomorrow, and it turns out my wife says I don't think that's got booze in it, and I bought it from a liquor store. They shouldn't be allowed to sell you something without booze in it at a liquor store. But I'll pour vodka in it; it'll be fine.
my buddy for Christmas got me a 6-pack of non-alcoholic beer. It was that Heineken stuff. He didn't know that it wasn't non-alcoholic. I was like, "Sweet, you got me a non-alcoholic beer." He just looks at me. He's like, "That's non-alcoholic beer." I showed him the can, and he was like, "I am so sorry." I'm so sorry. Like, oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. I got this stuff. I think it's grapefruit juice, and I like
Mm.
it's I don't know. It's weird shit.
What did they call those up here? Oh, they have a specific name here in Canada for those. It'll pop in my head in a minute. The citrus kind. Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know what this shit is. I don't know. I'm gonna try it in the morning though.
I
I
just
got
keep
as long
having
as I'm.
seltzer pop in my head, but no, it's definitely not a seltzer. Uh,
Hmm. Mhm.
they still had like Blockbuster Video in like Mexico for the longest time,
Yeah.
and now they're just starting to close them, and they're all privately owned, probably owned by the cartel. You know, just laundering money. There's a restaurant in Brandon owned by the cartel, which is kind of funny. And the guy who was running it tried pushing buttons with them, and now he disappeared somewhere.
Hmm. Hmm. Let's see here.
Oh man, no, that's
Oh. Yeah,
non-alcoholic
it's
beverage.
4:02 out here already.
I think it's like +3 outside right now here. That's
Oh
Celsius,
no, I
so
meant the time.
that's like 30, 36 degrees Fahrenheit, I think.
It's right at 80 here, Fahrenheit.
So is it like muggy or no?
No,
Damn.
no, no, not at all. Not muggy. Not anything.
I either want it like super cold and all winter, and that's it. It's hard working in like wet snow all day. It really drains you. The wife must have taken money.
Oh, you're starting to worry.
No, I'm just thinking. I didn't even count how much money was in my wallet, but pretty sure she just seen the cash and took that instead. That's the apple cider peach as well. Oh, the growers. Yes, growers is what we call it. Oh, strongbow. No, that's not citrus. Oh, yeah, but those are good.
I don't know what this stuff is called.
Yeah, it's only Canadian.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it's only Canadian.
I figure so many Canadians come down here, they must bring some of their special things with them. That because Walmart, if Walmart can get it, Walmart will order that shit for you if you want it.
Have you tried like Canadian chocolate bars?
No, I don't. Not that I know of.
Canadian chips. Like we have all dressed and ketchup chips up here.
Oh.
Yeah, ketchup flavored chips. They're, I don't know, surprisingly interesting.
We have dill pickle flavored chips and vinegar and
just not all dressed and ketchup.
It reminds me, I have some homemade pickles in there. I can snack on.
Oh, the wife makes pickles. The wife makes a lot of stuff. Well, she's the pierogi lady, so. But the thing is, we make pierogies. I never get to eat them. That's the thing. We make them for other people, but I never get to eat them.
What, so pickles?
No, pierogies.
Oh. Yeah, man, it's I like pierogies. I like anything wrapped in flour, just about, probably. Awesome. I'm gonna try to make my own homemade corn dogs later tonight, I think.
Nice. What's shortening like for price down there? Is it expensive? Like deep fried shortening?
Dude, you're asking the wrong guy. I don't have any idea.
Crisco. I like to deep fry with Crisco, and then you get some real taste to it. I don't like using canola oil or vegetable oil. It's got to be like shortening.
Let's see what we got here.
Old Popular. I'm not sure about that, Tolga.
What's that?
Like I don't drink whiskey, so that I'm probably the last person to ask, man. You could ask 2-4, but he's only a beer guy.
I drink whiskey.
Canadian Special Old Popular.
I drink a lot of whiskey.
No, I wouldn't know what that is. Like I know there's a lot of Canadian vodkas and stuff, and it's all potato based. Actually, Gibson's Finest. Oh, actually, sorry. Am I saying this? Gibson's Finest.
All right, can you hear me?
No, Crown Royal. Crown Royal is just made 3 hours fucking east of me. It's the only place that makes it in the world. My brother was hauling that stuff, whole tankers, like milk truck tankers.
Yeah.
And very restricted. They give you a route. You have to follow this route. And they only let you do 2 of these runs a year. That's it. And they always switch drivers. They're constantly switching drivers.
Okay, 16-ounce Crisco vegetable shortening. So that's a pound.
Oh no, I want real shortening.
It says Crisco shortening.
Crisco is definitely not vegetable based.
Oh, it says all vegetable shortening.
Oh, that can't be right. It's like $6.99 for a brick, a pound of it right now up here. You
It's
need at least
three-
4 pounds to do some good deep frying.
Here it's $3.92
Okay,
For
so
a
that works
pound.
out over.
for a pound of Crisco all vegetable shortening.
Really? That's weird.
Then there's butter flavor at $7.99 a pound.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's the stuff I'm talking about.
What
That'll
the
be that should be real pork fattening. Shortening.
where?
The most expensive one.
No,
The
it's
butter
not.
flavored?
It's all
Really?
vegetable shortening butter flavor.
That's
No,
horrible.
they even have but that's all shortening. Hold on, let me.
And you know what else you can't get there, Twofer? You can't get kokanee. Sorry, from the Kootenai Mountains there, bud. Sorry. But you can get that stuff in the blue bottle. Oh, what's it called? It says straight on the bottle, you have to be here to drink it.
Oh,
You have to
what's
leave.
expensive? What's expensive is beef tallow.
There we go. Yeah.
What?
I use pork though.
What? Trying to think. Lard.
Lard. There you go. Lard shortening. Yeah.
Yeah, no, lard would be
Big fat.
lard is not what I would call shortening. But
Yeah.
it might be.
Canadian thing, I guess.
Lard?
Shortening. Probably
No, I
Canadian.
don't know. It says Armour lard pail, 4 pounds. Have a 1-year shelf life. Refrigeration is not required.
Yeah, that's the stuff right there.
Freezing and cross contamination should be avoided. And for 4 pounds, it could be yours for $9.47.
For 4 pounds. I'm paying $7.99 for a pound.
Of pork lard?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it's at Walmart here. It's $9.47 for 4 pounds. I might have to go get
up here.
Ooh, they got the beans on sale. I'm a big fan of dried beans. I like to put them in my slow cooker and cook them for the whole night. Wake up and have them for breakfast.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the wife does that in the summertime. She does it even in the slow cooker. Lets it sit overnight. Blah blah blah. I come back home the next day and boom, she's done. Oh, she's a good cook, but so am I though.
I think most people just use lard for baking. I don't think they use it for frying. I don't know.
So that's all I used to put in the deep fryer. It takes a while for it to go liquefied, and you got to be quick with it. You got to find like a container to put it in after. But another thing is, you might as well just leave it in the deep fryer, because trying to get it out of that container after, yeah, it's not happening. But I prefer, yeah. What did you call it? Beef talon?
Tallow, Tallow.
Yes. Okay.
That's basically lard for cows. That shit's expensive. But lard is just rendered pig fat.
Yeah.
And it makes your food really crispy. It's got a high smoke point like peanut oil.
Yeah. Like donut shops are known for this. You want a good tasting donut, they use that.
Yeah.
Chinese restaurants, a lot of Chinese restaurants, because of the way their food, if it's really good Chinese food, it's probably because they're using shortening in their deep fryers. They put a huge brick in there and they let it melt down, like a huge brick of this stuff. That's why the
seems like
Chinese
the way
food
to-
is so good.
That seems like the way to go to me.
Well, I used to do a lot of work for the Asians. They'd have me come
can do
in
what?
while they have like an inspector or something, and I'd sit there and translate for them.
I don't eat Chinese food or Asian food. I mean, if it gets slipped in there, I guess, but not that I'm aware of. I like Mexican food a lot.
Yeah, you're in the spot for it though. Not a lot of good Mexican food around here.
Well, down here, a lot of it's Cuban food, but
Yeah, Florida's known for their Cuban food.
yeah. I mean, the Cuban sandwich was actually invented in Tampa, Florida. So there you go.
But the Cuban lunch, I believe, was made in Canada.
I don't know what that is.
It's a chocolate bar.
Oh,
It's full of. It's just chocolate with Rice Krispies inside. The Cuban
Oh,
lunch.
wow.
Oh, and they put some type of grain or something in there too. But it's mostly Rice Krispies and just covered in chocolate, and they call it a Cuban lunch. They
yeah,
used
pretty.
to
I'm
be
with,
huge, and then now they're like this big. Like
Oh.
for like a 99 cents, you could get one this big. Now they're like this big.
yeah, they're doing that to a lot of our stuff down here too. Fucking jerks.
Was it O. Henry just filed a lawsuit? Was it last year about them striking down their chocolate bars? So they just
Yeah.
kind of paid a bunch of people out who filed the class action.
Yeah, they're we let too much get out of control with COVID when COVID happened, and we're still paying. We'll be paying for that for the rest of our lives.
Oh yeah, they really brainwashed a lot of people. Eh?
Oh yeah, they did.
It is what it is.
That they did, my man. That they did. It was
I
kind
watched
of
a lot of people who got the vax that they're not the same person as what I remember them as. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
people that did get the vax as well that are like sheltered people now. They don't even want to leave their home.
yeah. I think a lot of people got their heads messed up during that whole COVID thing.
And then the release of stray animals. Oh man, there is a huge bump in people leaving animals, cats, dogs at people's farms because after COVID, when everyone had to go back to work, they're stuck with these animals. So they just come and dump them out at our place. Like, oh, neighbors too. Like it was insane. A lot of people couldn't afford to have their animals spayed or neutered during that time. Well, not couldn't afford, couldn't get into a vet to have their animals spayed or neutered.
Really? Yeah, that's true. I'm sure that's probably true. I don't know. I just think that a lot of people went mental.
Yeah.
During the whole COVID lockdown.
You know, it's funny. You go into a hospital. Do you see any of the nurses or the doctors wearing masks right now?
No.
They're in the healthcare system, and if they're not wearing masks, then what is that telling you? Like, I go to the ER here in Brandon, no one has a mask on, and then you see those couple patients, they have a mask on. It's like, do you realize no one in here is wearing a fucking mask?
Masks now is just how people let everybody know that they're Democrats in the United States.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I'm a liberal here. Yeah, it's unreal. But I'm gonna take off here. The wife should be here momentarily, but it is church today at the end, so you could be hanging out at church.
Well, it was a nice, entertaining chat. I got to find something to eat anyway.
Yeah, Peter,
Okay. Well, have a great week, man. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.
All right, I'll be here. Well, and we'll be on in the morning. So have a good day, everybody. It's nice seeing y'all.
Yep. Take her easy, bud.
Peace out.